Alrighty, so I'm
Sounds
here
good.
with the amazing Caroline. She's a military officer, and she was one of my clients. We just graduated her. And Caroline, uh, tell us more about yourself. Tell us more about the experience that you had and how everything went. It's like some things that you said were really stroked my ego. So please share them with people who you think it could help.
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been in the Coast Guard for about 4 years now. I'm stationed on board a ship out of California as the commanding officer. And when I reached out to you, I was doing fine at my job, but felt like I was getting into a little bit of complacency and was looking for a way to step up my game further, help me figure out my career path next year since I'm transferring, and really just up my game for my crew and for myself. I had noticed that I wasn't having as much energy, as much, I think probably like upbeatness is the best way of describing it. And I was just really trying to improve as much as I could.
Hmm. And one of the things that you said that really stuck with me, you said that you thought that you were fine, and you thought that you didn't really have blind spots. And then once we started working together, that's when you kind of opened up more than you expected it to open up.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and I wouldn't say that I was I'd say fine more in like the sense of performing where I was doing my job adequately. And as far as blind spots, I wasn't aware of what my blind spots were, but I knew that there was definitely areas I could improve on. Probably the biggest ones for me was again that sense of purpose and trying to define that, as well as just figuring out how to start my mornings off as well as possible, what to do throughout the day to keep me going, and where my mental, I don't know, I don't want to say mental challenges, but my psyche, kind of just improving my attitude and working through, you have your long days and had to work through your long days and stay positive and stay upbeat and perform at a high level, even when you have challenges thrown at you or distractions or last minute changes that are sometimes challenging to push through.
Mm-mm-mm. And then, do you feel like you got the skills, the resources, the tools to handle that in the future?
Oh, 100%. Between the breath work, I wasn't a huge fan of meditation when we first talked about that, but it's actually something I incorporate now and have noticed a difference. Um, just different tools. The breath work has been really helpful. Uh, even just like the morning mantra and reading positive things in the morning through my morning routine to set myself up on the right foot. Um, the gratitude exercises, which were kind of something I was doing a little bit, but you helped me improve those. Uh, yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. So, and another thing that you mentioned, I mean, obviously, in every coaching program, there is an investment attached to it, and so the financial investment was of a stretch in a sense. So, could you mention that?
Yeah, so I was actually just talking to my boyfriend about it, about kind of like the impacts that the coaching has had on me. And one of the things I did mention was that it's something that I had to plan out. I didn't just have that money laying around. I was able to afford it. But I did have to think of it as an investment in myself, where it's very possible I could have used that money, to just go, I would say go out, but we're not really going out too much right now. But, there's a lot of ways where I could have chosen to spend that money, but I'm very willing to invest in stocks and other investments or funding. Uh, but long term, I also need to be willing to invest in myself. And it's definitely, you have to see it as an investment. You can't just see it as spending that amount of money on a product. It's a long-term investment in yourself.
Beautiful. So, and you feel like are you set up? So you see, a lot of people think that hey, once you're done working with a coach, right? They think that that's where it ends. Do you feel like moving forward, are you equipped with skills, tools, resources, and overall, do you feel confident that you can continue on your own?
Yeah, I have the tools to keep me going forward. It's kind of like that whole, you can teach a man to fish for a day, or you can just give him a fish, and one's a lot better than the other one. So I'm still doing my evening meditation or my morning meditation sometimes. I just did my monthly review a couple of days ago, which kind of helped me figure out what I want to do with September and October, certain goals I'm working on to keep myself moving forward, as well as just planning out my future. So again, I'm transferring next year. There's some career stuff going on where I'm still working through that, but I found out that I might end up someplace where I didn't really expect to end up based on some decisions I made. Got some news where I'm kind of altering my mindset with that, and looked at it as another way to make even more of an opportunity out of that potential job. So just different attitudes is the biggest thing too. And, taking a step back, looking at a situation, using kind of the discussions that we've had about, asking how I feel about it, being open to receiving different things with it, and really just evaluating how I'm moving forward with it.
Beautiful.
Whereas in the past, I probably wouldn't have done that.
Gotcha. So yeah, we dialed in purpose, productivity, energy, clarity, and leadership, and I'm happy that you're moving forward, and you've been such an amazing client, and I appreciate you. Thanks for this.
Thanks. I appreciate you too.
All right.